Morning, everyone. It's Wednesday. Made it to hump day. Once I get to lunchtime, it's a downhill slide. Looking forward to it. Anyway, let me put my 2 cents worth in there about equality. Let me disclaim it first, though. I will say that I am one of those radicals out there that you hear about that believes men and women are different. I know it's kind of shocking to hear, but men and women are different in many, many ways. More specifically, what I'm talking about today is physical differences. Men and women are physically, biologically different. So with that being said, let me just first say that I understand that there are women that are stronger than guys, right? There's ladies at my gym that are stronger than me, but, they've been training and working out much longer than I have. So if I guarantee you, well, maybe not guarantee, but the likelihood is high that if I did the same workouts for as long as they had, I would probably be stronger than they were. It's not a guarantee, but it's a very high likelihood. Anyway, some folks out there are screaming at the top of their lungs from the rooftops about, there is no difference between men and women. Men can be women and women can be men, and that's a whole different video. I've touched on it a couple of times, and I probably will touch on it again in the future because of, how things are these days. Anyway, I was thinking yesterday, all the people that are out there screaming about equality, right? These are the same idiots. I said idiots because they are. These are the same idiots out there that are screaming about, the Boy Scouts need to have girls in there. It needs to be equal. It needs to be fair. And here recently, they opened up an all-girl Boy Scout troop. Now, I know Rant Nation with Graham Allen has talked about this, and he made a very astute observation. So if you have an all-girls Boy Scout troop, what should that be called? Girl Scouts, maybe? Don't they have an organization called the Girl Scouts already? I think they do. They're always out there hitting people up going into the Walmart to buy their damn cookies. And they are delicious, but they're too expensive, and I get tired of people hitting me up walking into a store just to go buy some milk or something. It's really irritating. Anyway, but reflecting back on the two tracksters, biologically male, right, that went and swept the state competition in track against the girls. And a lot of the girls, it's like, we fully support them, and, we think that they're doing great by by themselves, living their lives and, being true to themselves and all. But, there's always a but. But we don't think it's fair that they should be able to run against us because of their physical differences. Interesting. The UFC fighter, I can't remember their name, Fallon Fox, that's it is, fractured a female fighter's skull within the first minute or so, I think, of their fight. It was a little while back. Still newsworthy. And the female fighter had said something to the effect of, I'd never in my entire life felt so physically dominated. Well, there's a reason. You're fighting a dude. You're fighting a dude. But here's the thing that I'm getting to. This is my main point here. All these people that are screaming about equality, right, are also the same idiots, again, idiots, that bitch and complain and cry and piss and moan about how unfair it is for these men to be competing against women in athletics and sports. Now, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right. Specifically in physical type sports. Fighting, wrestling, things like that. If you just run track or whatever, I don't care. I still don't think it's fair, but, whatever. But when you start getting into physicality, boxing, wrestling, MMA, stuff like that, where somebody could get legitimately severely hurt, I have a bigger problem with it. But all of that to say, what about equality? The Girl Scouts can take over the Boy Scouts, because that's essentially what happened. Girls are now allowed in Boy Scouts. Well, they've got their own organization. Let them go over there. You don't teach them how to tie knots in the Girl Scouts? Come on. You don't teach them how to camp in the Girl Scouts? You should. But what about equality? What about equality? All these feminists and crazy left-wingers are screaming about it needs to be fair, it needs to be equal, get rid of, the male privilege, right? Get rid of male privilege. What about female privilege, right? You can take over the Boy Scouts, but we can't take over the Girl Scouts. What about equality? What if I don't want to run against men? I want to run against the ladies. Where's the equality there? Why are people complaining about this when all they were doing was complaining about things being equal? Now things are on equal level and the same footing, and everybody's pissed off about it. I don't see how that makes any sense. I don't. I guess it's not supposed to make sense, right? Whatever. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on equality for today. I'm sure there will be more of this coming down the pike in the very near future. Anyway, happy hump day, everybody, and have a good one.